Welcome back, bandits. This is Eddie. I'm the best ball bandit. Can I repeat as best ball champion? Last year, I was fortunate enough to win the Pointer, first place out of over 20,000 entries. This year, we're going to go ahead and try to repeat. But first, let's play the intro. Let's get my dog Bandit on the screen here. This is the Best Ball Bandit show, and Bandit is my dog.
Oh?
So welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I hopped into a draft. I hopped into the Pointer. We're going to see if we can repeat. Last year was quite the year for best ball fantasy football for me. I've been playing best ball for the last 3 years, or this is going to be the third year rather. Last year was my second year. And last year I did make it to the finals in 4 different tournaments. I made the puppy. I had 2 teams in the puppies in the finals. I had a Chow Chow team. I got 10th place in the Chow Chow. And I took down, as I mentioned, first place in the Pointer. So we're trying to repeat it this year. We're trying to win it all. We're trying to win first place in the Pointer. We're also trying to win first place in Best Ball Mania. We're trying to win first in every tournament. That's what we do here at Best Ball Bandit. I'm going to start off with Justin Jefferson. And we're going to see where it goes from there. More than likely, I'm going to go Justin Jefferson, running back. And I'm going to share my screen so you can all see the board. I like starting off in this realm, either pick 8 or 9, because you can still get an elite wide receiver, as I just did with Justin Jefferson. I prefer him a little bit more over CeeDee Lamb. And then on the comeback, you can get a solid running back, a Saquon Barkley, Amari Hampton, one of those, versus if you're in the 11th or 12th hole, it's tough to get CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, or St. Brown to land to you. So I definitely like going or having that 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th pick, because you can get one of those elite wide receivers. Saquon Barkley does go. Derrick Henry also goes. So I'm going to go Amari Hampton. It's a nice little, not necessarily ADP value, but did get some value there. So Justin Jefferson, he has one of the easiest schedules for a wide receiver in the fantasy playoffs. So the Minnesota Vikings are playing at home against the Lions, at home against the Commanders, and at the Jets. So as far as their playoff schedule, he does have one of the easiest. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, it's the 4th easiest schedule for wide receiver. I'm going to just confirm that right now. But he definitely has an advantageous schedule for the playoffs. So we want to target people that have good schedules throughout the fantasy playoffs. We want to target people that have that catch touchdowns. And I thought I was sharing the board, so I'm going to share the board once again here. All right, I think now I'm sharing the board. So going back to Justin Jefferson's playoff schedule, let's see. I don't know why on my computer it's not popping up, but I will double check now. Let's see. I think that site might be experiencing some issues because it's not working here either. So we'll circle back on that. I want to say he has like the 4th easiest schedule, but nonetheless, I mean, he's Justin Jefferson, so we definitely want to have a lot of shares of him. But we're gonna play some music. It's Wednesday. Feeling good. Life is great. Okay, so I really wanted Travis Etienne there, but we're going to go Malik Neighbors. I like the fall on Malik Neighbors. And my dog is getting excited. I think he also likes the fall on Malik Neighbors there as well. So getting Malik Neighbors, I picked 33 overall. That seems pretty nice. That seems definitely pretty nice. He could be a difference maker in the fantasy playoffs. I'm gonna go Zay Flowers. I don't draft a lot of Zay Flowers, but with this team, I feel it's a nice pick. It's a 7-pick ADP value, so let's sound the siren. The Baltimore Ravens are playing the Cincinnati Bengals week 17, so that's definitely a game that I want to have some pieces of. We got Justin Jefferson, we got Malik Neighbors, we got Zay Flowers, we got my dog Bandit jumping on me. It's Wednesday night. I think he wants to be part of the stream here. Yeah, that site is still not working. What are you going to do? Los Angeles Chargers play the Niners, Dolphins, and Chiefs throughout the fantasy playoffs. Minnesota Vikings, Lions, Commanders, and Jets. Baltimore Ravens. They're playing Cincinnati Bengals, as I mentioned. Week 17, Browns, week 16, Steelers, week 15. So we're doing all right here. We're going to keep stacking up wide receivers. We want to dominate the wide receiver position now. We have one running back. We'll tack on a second one later on. If a Bucky Irving, DeAndre Swift falls to us, that would be amazing. We might go Lamar Jackson to pair with Zay Flowers if he falls to us. If not, Christian Watson, Rome Odunze, Brian Thomas Jr. We'll probably add 2 of those and start 5 wide receivers and 1 running back. So on my winning team last year for the pointer, I had Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, and my third running back was Breece Hall. So I had Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, and Bijan Robinson, and Josh Allen as my quarterback. So that was a nice, unique start. Breece Hall had fallen to the 4th round. So you definitely want to capitalize when players fall. It gives you unique builds, and I definitely had a unique build at that point because he was falling for some injury concern, some team concerns, and we just got a nice little fall on Zay Flowers. So who knows if that can be the benefit of this year's pointer draft. We're 2 picks away. Bucky Irving just goes. So we're going to have to build a wide receiver heavy team here and wait on our second running back later. The 12th hole did go 4 running backs back to back to back. I like that start. We're going to go 4 wide receivers back to back to back. I'm very tempted to go Lamar Jackson, but I'm not going to go Lamar Jackson. Actually, I am going to go Lamar Jackson. I was a little bit too late. I was going to go Christian Watson just because the teams behind me don't really have wide receivers, but I feel like I can still get Brian Thomas Jr. on the comeback. So let's see who falls. And Brian Thomas Jr. just goes. That was not my best. That was not my best move, honestly. I was trying to go Christian Watson there, but I'm going to go Jordan Tyson. There's been some great news about him during the OTA. So I have Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Zay Flowers, and Jordan Tyson. The New Orleans Saints, they're playing the Bucks, Cardinals, and Falcons throughout the fantasy playoffs. So that site that I use for strength of schedule is actually down right now. So we can't see the strength of schedules, but that's not an issue. We're going to keep drafting. We're going to keep stealing value. We're going to keep stacking our team. And I think we're going to be stacking up some more wide receivers. We got an elite quarterback in Lamar Jackson. I did win last year, as I mentioned, with Josh Allen. So, I mean, I think it is good to have an elite quarterback in this format, because this format is a little bit different. It's going to be 2 out of 12, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 3, and then 188 seat final. So if you have an elite quarterback, you definitely do separate when it's 1 out of 3 and even 1 out of 6. So I like that move. I'm not too upset that I went Lamar Jackson and Jordan Tyson instead of Christian Watson there. So it is it could benefit us in the long run. Thanks for tuning in. If you can like and subscribe, that would be amazing. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. Currently have, I think, 30 subscribers. And we created some Best Ball Bandit hats. If you like these, please send me a message. I'm selling them for $40. I also have a website, bestballbandit.com. It has all of my rankings, player takes, who I'm avoiding, my winning lineup of last year, playoff schedule. So it has a lot of great information on there. We are going to go Courtland Sutton. I was really hoping that he would follow us. I love Courtland Sutton. I think he's extremely underpriced. He has a bye week 10, so we do avoid any double bye weeks. We have already 2 players on bye week 8, Malik Neighbors and also Jordan Tyson. Let's see what comes back around to us. I would love to get either one of Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, RJ Harvey. So right now we started off with wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, wide receiver. So we have 5 wide receivers, 1 quarterback, 1 running back thus far. We are on the clock and we have a decision to make. We can either go RJ Harvey or Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft has an ADP of 82. RJ Harvey has an ADP of 84. We're going to go Tucker Kraft. The reason I'm going Tucker Kraft is we want to win the flex position. So with our wide receiver and our tight ends, we're going to say that those are going to be the positions that are going to be filled with the flex. We also got Tucker Kraft at an ADP discount. So we are going to sound the siren. Welcome to the Best Ball Bandit squad. We got him at pick 88. Tucker Kraft just has an ADP of 82. Nice little six slot dip. Then we are hoping that we can get a running back that does give us some points for as a starter, and then we are going to go another tight end. I think with Lamar Jackson, it's safe to say that we don't need to tack on another quarterback in the next few picks. I mean, it would be nice to either get Kyler Murray, Jackson Dart, or Tyler Shuck, or even Jordan Love to pair with Tucker Kraft, but we don't really need it. So I think I would be waiting on quarterback until later on and try to get a late round stack. All right, let's see what the rest of the board is doing. See if there's any teams out there that I like their strategy drafting. The one hole's not bad. Don't love it though. Don't like tight end early, so don't like the second one. There's a lot of balanced teams. I like the JSN drafters strategy. I don't like his team though. Don't like JSN. Don't like Devontae Smith. I like the 11th and 12th hole drafters. They got Genty, Barkley, and Judkins, and then tacked on 3 wide receivers. Their third wide receiver is Jaden Reed, so it's not great. And then the 4th or the 12th drafter went Rome Odunze, Tate, and Chris Godwin. And then went 4 running backs to start. I like that start. But what we're going to do is we're going to take one of their wide receivers from them and Michael Pittman Jr. We're not going to allow them to get wide receivers, and we're going to stop at 6 wide receivers, with the last one being Michael Pittman Jr. It does allow us to get a late round stack with Aaron Rodgers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers do play the Baltimore Ravens week 15, so we got some correlation all around there. And then we are going to be able to get another tight end coming up with our next pick. We're 1 pick away. And we pressed the board here. Wow, we actually were able to get J.K. Dobbins, which is the pick that I wanted before I got Michael Pittman Jr. It worked out exactly how it was supposed to work out. J.K. Dobbins, an ADP of 103. We just got him at 112. Let's go. Let's go, Best Ball Bandit. This was executed beautifully. We forced the room by getting Michael Pittman. It didn't allow the wide receiver needy teams to get a wide receiver. Matthew Golden did go, but then Travis Kelce and Baker Mayfield, he went back-to-back quarterbacks, went with Mayfield and then Love. And we were still able to get J.K. Dobbins. That was amazing. We were able to pair J.K. Dobbins with Courtland Sutton. We have some team correlation there. And I mean, that couldn't have worked out any better. We got our elite quarterback. We got 2 startable running backs. We have an elite tight end, and we have 6, I would say, elite wide receivers. So our wide receiver room is Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Zay Flowers, Jordan Tyson, Courtland Sutton, and Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman Jr., Courtland Sutton, Zay Flowers, and Justin Jefferson will hold down the fort until Malik Neighbors gets back and until Jordan Tyson does get some more playing time under his belt. I could have gone instead of Jordan Tyson with that pick, which I was also debating, instead of Jordan Tyson going Marvin Harrison Jr. Looking back at it now, I probably would have gone Marvin Harrison Jr. knowing that I wasn't going to get Tyler Shuck to pair with Jordan Tyson, but there's been some great reviews of Jordan Tyson throughout OTA, so I definitely want to have some shares of Jordan Tyson. So not too upset about that pick. And we can get some other wide receivers, maybe one more wide receiver that can be a veteran that can step in and produce early. There is one player that I'm hoping that can fall to me, and let's see if that happens. We're a few picks away. And it's unfortunate. I do think this player is on auto draft. And they are not actually. Wow, we were able to get Mark Andrews to be paired with Lamar Jackson. That is incredible. A 2-pick ADP value, but it's not even about the ADP value. It's about the stack. Welcome to the team, Mark Andrews. We got 2 elite tight ends, 6 elite wide receivers, an elite quarterback, and 2 running backs that can start every week. I love how this team is coming together. I might actually... And Kincaid went right after me and also Likely, so that was, that was once again perfect execution. I am going to go Tyrone Tracy. I'm not a huge Tyrone Tracy fan, but it is a nice ADP value on Tyrone Tracy, a 6-pick ADP value. But more so than that, he could produce, 10 points any given week if he catches, let's say 4 catches, a touchdown, 60 yards with rushing and receiving. So, he can definitely produce, 3, 4, that's 7, or 6 points for a touchdown and 2 points for catches. That's 8. And then let's say, 40 points, yards altogether, 10, 11, 12 points. So definitely viable. Okay, so right now we have a 1-3-6-2 build. I am very much considering going 4 tight ends on this team just to ensure that I have the flex position filled with a wide receiver or tight end. If I go 4 tight ends and 7 wide receiver, that's 11. 2 quarterbacks is 13, and then 5 running backs. That might be the build that we're going for. There's not a lot of late round running backs that I'm in love with. So that might actually be the structure. Let's see how it plays out. I did want Brenton Strange or Hunter Henry as one of those tight ends, so we might forego that strategy, but we might still do it. So the Tate drafter is behind me, and that team already has a lot of running backs. I might go Cam Ward if he falls to me, and then try to get Tajay Spears. Although I don't think the drafter's behind. Oh, and Cam Ward just goes, so that strategy is out the window. We are going to go Tajay Spears, though, if he's there with our next pick. We're 2 picks away. Chig Okonkwo is another interesting pick. We're picking at 153. The team's behind us. We're going to go Tajay Spears. I feel like Tajay Spears is more important to this team than a 3rd tight end right now. So Chig Okonkwo and Jawan Johnson go. That drafter also has Travis Kelce. So he's loading up on tight ends. Wide receiver room is not great. I'm glad that we took that wide receiver when we did it of Michael Pittman. We're on the clock. We are going to go TJ Hawkinson. He correlates well with Justin Jefferson. And the Minnesota Vikings, once again, have a great playoff schedule. Lions, Commanders, and Jets. So there are a couple options that I still like for a wide receiver later on. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start some of those. So I know I had mentioned I could potentially get Aaron Rodgers. He goes a long time ago. So there was a lot of QB thirst in this draft. So the first drafter only has 2 QBs. Second drafter only has 2 QBs. But then see a lot of teams with 3 QBs. Mendoza, Dart, Herbert, Darnold, Ward, Daniels, Caleb Williams, Tyler Shuck, Young, Rodgers, Stroud, Murray. So there definitely there was a run on quarterbacks. Stafford, Burrow, Josh Allen. That's horrible. That is very poor use of not only value but allocation. Very poor value of draft allocation. Mahomes, Mayfield, only 2 quarterbacks. That's not bad at all. Lawrence, Jordan, Love, you can stop at 2. I like that also. So we're gonna see what we add on for a quarterback. I'm not gonna add a quarterback just to add one. So let's see which quarterback is available. I can't do Geno Smith. He has the same bye week as Lamar Jackson. I mean, I could do Geno Smith to have a unique pairing. So that's not out of the question. All right, so I am on the clock. We're going to go Geno Smith. We're going to go Geno Smith because he is a starter. We could hopefully tack on AD Mitchell. He has an ADP of 196. We're picking again at 203. I'm sorry, at 201. Let's see. I do also like Tank Dell. I like Malik Washington. We're going to go Malik Washington. I don't like any of the running backs that are there. I don't feel like we need a tight end. Malik Washington can provide some early season points that we need until Malik Neighbors and Jordan Tyson get familiar with the offenses and Malik Neighbors gets healthy. So I like that pick. And then we're going to end off. We can do Braylon Allen to pair with Geno Smith. It gives us another running back that we need. And then A.D. Mitchell if he's available to round out the team. So not a bad team. We got some ADP value with J.K. Dobbins, which was, I think, what saved our team really. We have Tyrone Tracy also at a slight ADP value. Tajay Spears ahead of ADP, but then a nice wide receiver room. Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Zay Flowers, Jordan Tyson, Cortland Sutton, Michael Pittman Jr., Malik Washington. Great tight ends, Tucker Kraft, Mark Andrews, and TJ Hawkinson. Nice ADP value on Tucker Kraft. We're cooking. I'm loving this team. And I like that we paired Geno Smith and Lamar Jackson together. My dog is jumping over here. He's excited too. I like that we paired Geno Smith with Lamar Jackson because this contest just opened up, I would say yesterday or the day before. So the bye weeks were out. People are not going to be pairing two quarterbacks to have the same bye week. I feel like Lamar Jackson is going to provide us enough points throughout the year that it's not going to make a difference for 1 week that they have the same bye week. The Jets play the Cardinals, the Patriots week 16, but the Vikings week 17, and Baltimore Ravens, they're playing Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. So some nice teams there for week 17. So A.D. Mitchell does go, but we are able to get Braylon Allen, as I mentioned. I do like Kaytron Allen as well, but we're going to go Braylon Allen. He bulked up this offseason. I think he gained 15 pounds. He's pushing 250 right now. We like that. We could end with Mike Gesicki and do that 4 tight end build that we were saying, solidifying the flex position correlated with Baltimore Ravens for week 17. Elijah Surratt is another option to pair with Lamar Jackson. We're actually going to go Rashad Bateman. Have a little bit different of a build. Pair him with Lamar Jackson. Get some early season production. I was debating Elijah Surratt or Mike Gesicki. We opted to go with Bateman to get, once again, that early season production that we're needing once the team recovers, once Jordan Tyson gets a couple games under his belt, once Malik Neighbors comes back. So I like that play. We have correlation with Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, and Lamar Jackson, which is amazing. Betting on the Baltimore Ravens, good team to bet on. We got Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson. Betting on the Minnesota Vikings, love that as well. Tajay Spears, Tyrone Tracy, J.K. Dobbins, another running back, Amarian Hampton, and then we ended with Braylon Allen. Can I repeat as best ball champion in the pointer? Maybe not with this team, but we're going to make it happen. Thanks again for tuning in. Check out my website, bestballbandit.com. Please like, subscribe, and I would say see you all tomorrow, but I'm going to be going out to the West Coast and playing some golf this week, seeing the World Cup, hopefully, and I'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all have a great week.